Imagine this. A young man, barely out of his college, starts investing a small amount of his paycheck every month. Now let's take this scenario and apply it to one of the most successful investors in the world, Warren Buffett. Buffett, as you may know, didn't wait until he was out of college. No, he started investing when he was just 11 years old. Yes, 11. Buffett started by buying shares of Cities Service, an oil service company, for $38 a pop. He didn't have a lot of money, but he was consistent. He kept investing, little by little, month after month. Over time, his small investments started to grow, not just because of the profits he was making, but because of something called compound interest. Now, compound interest isn't some magical formula, it's simply interest on interest. It's the snowball effect. You start with a small snowball, and as it rolls down the hill, it picks up more snow and gets bigger and bigger. That's exactly what happened to Buffett's wealth. His investments were the snowball, and the compound interest was the hill. The beauty of compound interest is that it doesn't require a large initial investment. It just requires consistency and time. And Buffett had plenty of both. He stayed consistent with his investments and gave them time to grow. And over the years, his wealth didn't just increase, it multiplied. Today, his net worth is estimated to be over $80 billion. That's billion with a B. And a significant portion of that wealth came from the power of compound interest. And that, my friends, is the magic of compound interest. Now you might be wondering, what exactly is compound interest? Compound interest, the term might sound complicated, but it's actually quite simple. Let's break it down using a formula. The formula for compound interest is A equals P times 1 plus R over N, all to the power of NT. Now don't get overwhelmed, we'll go through each component step by step. First, we have the letter A. This stands for the amount of money accumulated after N years, including interest. This is your initial principal amount after it has grown over time. Next comes P, which represents your principal amount. This is the initial sum of money you start with, whether it's a savings account, investment, or loan. Then we have R. This signifies the annual interest rate in decimal form. For instance, a 5% interest rate would be expressed as 0.05. The N is the number of times that interest is applied per time period. For example, if interest is applied monthly, N would be 12. If it's applied annually, N would be 1. Finally, we have NT, which is the number of time periods the money is invested or borrowed for. If you're investing for 10 years, then T would be 10. Now let's put it all together with an example. Suppose you invest $1,000 at an annual interest rate of 5% compounded monthly for 10 years. Your P is 1,000, your R is 0.05, your N is 12, and your T is 10. If you plug these values into the formula, you'll find that your investment will grow to approximately $1,648. And that's the magic of compound interest. It's not just your initial investment that's earning interest, but also the interest that's being added to your initial amount. This is what we mean when we say earning interest on interest. So, in a nutshell, compound interest is earning interest on interest, which can result in your money growing at an accelerated rate over time. Now that we understand what compound interest is, let's delve into why it's so powerful. Think of compound interest as a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, but as it rolls, it picks up more snow, growing larger and rolling faster. The same principle applies to your investments. Even modest, regular contributions can accumulate to a substantial sum over time, thanks to the magic of compounding. This brings us to the concept of the time value of money. Simply put, $1 today is worth more than $1 tomorrow. Why? Because the dollar that you have today can be invested to earn interest, making it potentially worth more in the future. The longer your money is invested, the more time it has to grow. And with compound interest, that growth accelerates over time because you're earning interest not just on your original investment, but also on the interest that investment has already earned. Let's say, for instance, you invest $100 every month into an account that earns 5% interest compounded annually. After the first year, you've invested $1,200. But thanks to compound interest, your account balance is a bit more than that. The next year you're earning interest not just on your new contributions, but on the total balance, including the interest earned the previous year. This process repeats year after year, and over time, your balance grows much faster than it would if you were only earning interest on your original contributions. This is the power of compounding. The longer your money is invested, the more it can grow. It's like planting a tree. At first the growth is slow, but as the tree matures, it grows much faster. And before you know it, you have a towering giant. So, compound interest can be your best friend when it comes to growing your money, but how exactly can you take advantage of it? Harnessing the power of compound interest is easier than you might think. It's not a secret formula, nor does it require a finance degree. It's about making smart and consistent decisions over time. Let's start with the first strategy: beginning early. Time is the secret ingredient that makes compound interest so powerful. The earlier you start investing, the more time your money has to grow and multiply. Picture this: you plant a seed today, and over time, that single seed grows into a tree. Not only that, it produces more seeds which grow into more trees. That's the magic of compound interest working in nature. The second strategy is investing regularly. This doesn't mean pouring all your money into investments at once. Instead, think of it as watering your plant regularly. Even small amounts invested consistently can grow into significant wealth over time. This is often referred to as the principle of dollar-cost averaging, where you invest a fixed amount of money at regular intervals, regardless of the market's ups and downs. Next up, reinvesting the interest earned. This is where the compounding comes in. Instead of taking out the interest you earn, you leave it in there, allowing it to generate even more interest. It's like the seeds from your tree falling to the ground and sprouting new trees. Finally, be patient. Compounding doesn't happen overnight. It requires time and lots of it. But, like a tree growing from a seed, the results can be impressive. It's tempting to pull your money out when you see it grow, but remember, the real growth comes from letting it sit and multiply over time. In conclusion, harnessing the power of compound interest is not just about understanding the concept, but about implementing these strategies. Starting early, investing regularly, reinvesting the interest, and being patient. These steps, done consistently over time, can result in a significant increase in your wealth. Remember, the key to harnessing the power of compound interest is to start early, be consistent, and have patience. Compound interest has numerous benefits that can help you grow your wealth over time. First and foremost, the magic of compound interest lies in its ability to accelerate the growth of your money. Picture this: your initial investment is like a snowball at the top of a hill. As it rolls down, it picks up more snow, growing larger and faster. That's compound interest at work. Your earnings generate even more earnings. It's a cycle of growth that can turn a modest initial investment into a significant sum over time. Another key benefit of compound interest is the potential to earn passive income. Unlike active income, which requires your time and effort, passive income streams like investments generate earnings without your active involvement. With compound interest, your money is working for you, even when you're asleep. It's like having a diligent employee who never takes a day off and consistently contributes to your wealth. Compound interest also encourages good financial habits. It rewards savers and investors for being patient and disciplined. The longer you leave your money invested, the more compound interest you accumulate. It's a financial incentive to resist the temptation to spend, and instead, keep your money working for you. Lastly, compound interest can provide financial security in the long run. As your wealth grows, you're building a financial cushion that can support you in times of need. Whether it's for an emergency, retirement, or a major life event, the money you accumulate through compound interest can be a lifeline. In summary, compound interest offers accelerated growth of your money, the potential for passive income, encourages saving and investing habits, and provides long-term financial security. These benefits aren't just for the financial savvy or the wealthy. They're available to anyone willing to invest their money and let it grow over time. And that's the power of compound interest, a simple yet potent tool that can help you build wealth over time. So, start investing today and let compound interest do the heavy lifting for you.